Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and are making some really good trades. And let's dive right into some analysis here. And excuse me, as you guys can probably tell, the markets continue to churn higher. You don't need me to tell you that. And we continue to push up to new all-time highs here on the SPY. Same thing as the triple Qs, and that's basically it. Dow Jones, in my opinion, is gearing up for this next leg higher as well. And the same thing for the IWM. I think the IWM is probably the best risk reward ratio right now, especially given where the rates are in the cycle. If I've been following these rates here, and I think the rates on the 20-year and the 10-year, just a basically similar situation, are ready for a waterfall sell-off. And I think we're gonna get that pretty darn soon. Same thing for the dollar. Maybe the dollar needs maybe one more high, right, in an extension of C leg. But so far, looks like it could have ended. But we'll be patient with the dollar. I think it's just chopping about. There's a lot of factors that go into the DXY, like other currencies. So if they are weakening, the dollar will naturally just strengthen, even though there's no real positive news about the dollar, like economic based news that'll drive it higher. So naturally it will go down afterwards after all the other countries have put their economic data out as well. So we'll just be waiting on that, and then I think we got this one in the bag again. So we are long the triple Qs, we're long the Dow Jones, we're long the IWM, and so far so good. All three trades are in profit. We also have a bunch of other trades inside the Discord, but again, I'm not going to talk too much about those. But we'll cover some stocks here. So let's take a look at Tesla, and I'll cover some stuff that people have been asking on the channel as well. So I'll talk about silver later, but right now, taking a look at Tesla, looks like it was just another dip buy here in wave two, and I think it's just gearing up for another 1-2-1-2 setup to go higher in this wave three. So it's looking quite good for Tesla, and I've been following it on Market Cipher as well. So I think Tesla is almost done here. It's almost out of its red money flow. So another impulse up to back up maybe to the 200s, and this thing should be done, right? And then we should be getting a big move higher soon. So 4-hour time frame, it's kind of out of its red, but also kind of just lingering around the green. So it's kind of at the zero line, to be honest. When we take a look at the 1 hour, you're kind of coming out of the red as well. So that's a little bit positive. But I think it's the larger time frames are shaping up a little bit more, right? And then I think the Tesla on the MACD, right? On the MACD here, on the weekly time frame, I believe, has crossed back. Let me just go over here to the recent time frame. So it's kind of crossed back. So that's bullish. And monthly is still bearish, but it could take some time for that one. Daily also crossed. So we have some bullish things going on here for Tesla, and I think we got more upside coming. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple pulling back here could still be inside this wave 4, right? Maybe it'll extend a little bit lower in a bigger correction, but ultimately it's got one more high to go before you really finish this impulse up. And if it erases divergence, you just extend the wave 3. So a lot of people who do Elliott wave, they don't understand that you can get extensions, and it's just 1-2 setups throughout the whole thing. NVIDIA pushing higher here in this wave 3. So this is what I warned about. Careful trying to time this top on NVIDIA. It's just going to keep pushing higher, right? It's just going to keep going up. And really, honestly, this thing is going to destroy. It's going to destroy a lot of portfolios. And this thing is it's acquiring all the infinity stones, it's gearing up for an ultimate blast off to the moon. And this is the sell area now after I adjusted it for an extension in a wave 3. So that's basically it. I don't have much to add. Pretty straightforward. Let's take a look at some other counts here. We'll take a look at some other stuff we've been tracking. So ROKU, this one I warned about as well. So this one I had to stop out, right? And again, this goes to show I'm not always right. This one could just be an extension in the C leg. Very big 1-2, or you could put the you'd either have to put the B here, or it's a double correction, however way you want to put it. But I would just put it as an extension in the C leg, and this thing could start to head down towards the $38 levels. Like, once again, like I said, this is why you stop out of trades, because these things can get out of hand, and they can get ugly in a hurry. All right, we'll talk about TLT. So TLT pushing higher here once again. So looks like we're inside this wave 3, looking good. I like the setup. Same thing for TMF. This is a trade we've been in the Discord for a while now from the lows, and we've been riding it up since then. So we've been following this. This trade is up significantly, like 26%. But the TLT, right? This is a low that we've been tracking for a while. This correction is now done with divergence, fifth wave, impulse out, 1-2-1-2 setup, and now you're in this 3-3 moment. So extremely bullish. So this is why I say that the yields are going to get this waterfall sell-off, and the market's going to go higher. Let's talk about silver. So someone was asking me about silver in terms of a target for where this is going to end. And for me, it would be between $34 and $39 for silver. And right now we're at 29. So I think there's lots more upside coming for silver. I'm actually looking for a trade on the silver double leverage ETF right now. So I might be getting in on that tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. Because if the dollar wants to push it a little bit higher, it could cause some problems. But you can see here we have a nice little green dot on market cipher. So it's looking good. Weekly is not as bullish. It's a little bit bearish actually, but the 4-hour crossed back into green money flow. So silver looks good. Similar situation for excuse me, for gold. So gold is also churning higher here, is finishing up this fifth wave. So they're gonna be topping out later on, but at much higher prices. So that's just what I see for gold and silver. I mean, this one is really bullish, right? I really like silver and gold long term, regardless. Okay, so oil continues to push higher here, and now we're actually at an invalidation point where this wave 2 is either still in play, right, or this is just this first impulse is done here, right? This first impulse is done down here, and we got to put the 1-2 somewhere else, and now it can really just come back up to maybe the $83 level for a good short opportunity. But again, once you nail this level here, this is going to be your the time to ride it down. And I think this is what's coming for oil eventually, because the Biden administration is probably toast here, and Trump's going to open the floodgates with oil. Okay, let me continue on, and we'll take a look at some other stocks here that people like. We'll take a look at PayPal, and I'll cover some other ones too that someone asked. Let me see here. I'll just pull it up as well. Okay, so right now, PayPal is getting down back into this buy area. So this level should hold, and it's a pretty steep correction right now. So we'll have to see if it does hold, but ultimately, I think it should be okay. But again, I could be wrong. But we'll see. Let me see. We'll take a look at something else. Maybe stocks that we don't talk about too much. I know there's some big SMCI fans out there, especially in my Discord. So right now, the SMCI is continuing to push higher. I have it finished here as a 1-2 setup to go higher. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it does end up breaking out. Want to take a look at SMCI on market cipher. It's looking quite good, to be honest. You know, you got a nice green dot. You're coming out of red money flow on the 4-hour. So maybe one impulse out, you take out the highs, and you come back down. Because I mean, if you're looking at the semis, look at the SMH, right? Look at the SMH. It just keeps making new all-time highs every day. So, and you keep erasing divergence. So you're in this wave 3, and this is why I say wave 3s are so bullish. They're so impulsive, right? I mean, look at it. This is a wave. This whole thing is a wave 3 from $200 to $276. That's a wave 3 for you right there. Okay. And we'll take a look at some other stocks here. Let me cover. I mean, I already covered GME on a separate video, but we'll talk about something else too. Let me just get back up here. You know what? We haven't covered the GDX in a while, right? So the GDX and the GDXJ, right? Similar stocks, and the GDXU had pretty heavy pullback here. So this would be either a big correction, right? So either this is your corrective move, A, B, and a C, and now the wave 2, and now you're set to go higher, actually much higher, or it's something else. But I think I'm not selling my GDX, right, or GDXJ or GDXU. I'm very bullish on this sector, but we'll see. Let's see what we can get out of this here. So there you go. So right now you're already in the buy area, and you're coming out of it. You could also do it from here, and kind of get a different target too. So 1.618. So you can do that one, or you could do this one here. But I would prefer. Well, I mean, you can see there's actually a nice reaction from that initial bounce. So whichever one fits the best. But right now you can see we dipped in, kind of bounced out. Now we're going back in deeper. Let's see if we got a divergence erased. Okay, so it's looking okay right now. But I like where silver and gold are lined up. So I'll just leave this one here for now. And I think we got higher to go. So that's just my opinion. Okay, let's talk about something else. I mean, I don't really cover the cryptos that often anymore, but we'll talk about Mara. So Mara and Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is was trying to get a rally today. I mean, it's been trying to get rallies every couple days, but it just keeps breaking down, right? And I think we maybe need a big flush out in crypto to kind of shake everyone out before we rally higher. So maybe this B wave needs to go deeper, and we need to go higher in this C leg. All right, let me continue. Talk about. Do we need to talk about Amazon? No, I haven't charted Amazon in a while. Still extending higher here. I think we were doing Meta or something the other day. Yeah, right. So okay, Meta just continuing up here. Very simple. Either the pullback is already done and you're inside this wave 3, or you're continuing up. Let me see. Yeah, you could even put the 2 there, and now you're going up in the 3-3. So that's looking good for Meta actually. This was just another dip buy today, and you're gonna go higher. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. I'm pretty nothing has changed. The VIX continues to kind of chop sideways, get crushed. UVIX, same thing. Just keeps going lower. I don't think we have any big news events coming up. Let me check Wednesday this week. Tomorrow, we don't have anything. Actually, the markets are closed tomorrow, I believe, U.S. holiday. And then the Thursday has got unemployment claims. You have monetary policy for GBP. And then on Fridays, we have flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. So a little bit more economic data coming out in the existing home sales. So a little bit of action-packed Friday, but that's about it. So it's pretty straightforward. Markets are essentially just going to continue to float up, in my opinion. And anyways, that's basically it. I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's, or not tomorrow's, on Thursday's video, because the markets are closed tomorrow.